Indulgence. First time with a trans girl. Nikki Crescent. Chapter 1. My heart raced as I walked into the strip club on Main and 14th that Wednesday night. It was raining outside and the streets were strangely forlorn, but still I felt like everyone in the city was watching me. Even with my baseball cap and my sunglasses, I felt like they were about to recognize me and tell the whole world that I was there to watch little Lisa. And unlike last time, there was no mix-up. I knew damn well who was performing that night. I knew she performed every Wednesday night. I'd been to that strip club a dozen times, always with friends. Going in alone was a whole new disaster I'd gotten myself into. I looked around before I stepped inside to make sure there weren't actually people watching. I even carefully scanned all of the nearby apartment windows, checking for gawking faces lit by dim lamp light. There were no faces. I was even more careful when I entered the joint, scanning the faces sitting around the place. Unlike on a normal night, no one was sitting around the bar, and no one was there with friends. Each table had one person and 3 empty chairs, each booth had a whole bench unoccupied. All of the dark corners were already taken, but the whole place was relatively dark, darker than usual even. Even the club manager knew that wasn't somewhere a guy wanted to be recognized. I got comfortable in a seat near the edge of the bar. I spoke quietly to the bartender when he asked what I wanted. I had to repeat myself because he couldn't hear. "A double whiskey, no ice," I said, and he made me my drink quickly. I looked to the clock. It was 5 minutes until showtime. I still had 5 minutes to come to my senses and get the hell out of that place. What was I doing there? Was I really there to watch little Lisa again? I was taking the first sip of my drink when the front door flew open and a group of young men marched in. They looked drunk, reminding me of myself the Wednesday before. We'd had a few drinks at Lou's Tavern down the street, and we decided we'd take in an erotic show. None of us had ever gone to the strippers on a weekday. My buddy Ted even asked if they were open on weekdays. "Only one way to find out," I said. We were all surprised that cover was more expensive than usual, but we still paid anyway. The bouncer who took our money didn't tell us what we were in for. But surely he knew we were completely oblivious. He probably got a kick out of oblivious blokes like us, and he was probably getting a kick out of the group that had entered the place now. 4 guys finding seats right at the front of the stage. They looked around, probably wondering why no one else was taking up the prime seating, just minutes before.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?